Welcome, and welcome once again to the Sonya Dungee podcast. Thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate you. Just came off a magnificent masterclass, and so now we are ready for part two, which is the Sonya Dungee podcast. I want to welcome all of you as well, and I'm your host, and my name is Sonya Dungee, and I am still bringing that heat to the IG, to the Facebook, to the YouTube, and now to the TikTok streets. Tonight's episode number 176 is being brought to you by Always Destined for Greatness, LLC. So as you're tuning in tonight, please let us know where you are tuning in. What is your geographical origin? I love to know. I always want to know where specifically, and I will be looking. Definitely will be checking out the chats to see exactly where you are tuning in from this evening. So we have Washington, D.C. in the house. We have Jacksonville in the house. We have Miami in the house. Yes. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I see you. I hear you. Thank you. Thank you once again. Also, I'm going to pull in the platform because I don't want to leave anybody out. So I'm going to be peering in there as well before we get started because something that's on my heart that I want to talk to all of you about tonight.
I love to know.
Turn this
I always want.
Okay. So we have Jax in the house as well. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, so in true transparency, tonight was one of the nights where I had a different topic to discuss. And that topic has shifted. It's not what I had intended to speak about. And that's because yesterday I read a post that was reposted by a gentleman that I follow. And my heart immediately sank in my chest. And I wanted to bring that situation to light in hopes that somebody tonight that needs to hear this message will hear it. And if it was a message that wasn't meant to be heard by you per se, that's somebody that you know, you'll call them now and you'll share it with them and you'll tell them to come on, or you'll share it, or you'll have them watch the replay later. Excuse me. Because they might fit the description. Of what we're going to talk about tonight. You see, the gentleman that I follow, and I did take some notes for this, but the gentleman I follow, he stated, and I quote, "I do my best to preach self-love and acceptance on my platform because this life isn't easy. I hope my page can reach more to help avoid things like this." And I can relate to him because that's what my hopes are by doing this podcast each and every week. Whether it's technical difficulties or whatever it is, for the very reason that we're going to talk about tonight. And that is, you see, the person that's being referenced left a message on her platform. And I'm not going to call any names or anything like that, but she left a message stating, and I quote, "I just couldn't take no more. Sorry, y'all. You see, that person passed away after a struggle with her mental health. In going to that individual's platform, it read just hours before she shared that message on her social media platform. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I'm going to read some of the messages that were left. Her words are a painful reminder that even those who seem strong may be silently hurting. They might be silently hurting. And you see, I was able to relate to that because I was hurting for those 342 days. I was at the darkest time in my life, and I've gone through some things. But when my dad went to be with the Lord, that was the darkest, most painful time in my life. Check in with friends, especially for those that say they're okay. Check in with them, because honestly, those are the ones that need to check in the most. Because you see, I was one of those I'm okayers. I lied because I didn't want anybody to worry about me. I didn't want anybody to grieve the way I was grieving. I didn't want to add to the burden, so I lied. People call it many things. I told a story, or I just didn't acknowledge it. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I lied. I kept what was going on internally to myself. And on the exterior, I smiled and I kaka-keyed and I ha-had. But it hurt me even more because I was broken. And so after reading that, I chose to talk about tonight's topic. So if it is you that is feeling stuck and you're watching tonight live or watching the replay, or somebody has graciously shared this with you, I'm going to give you 5 steps that will help you. I pray that this helps you. Number 1 is acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge your feelings. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to hurt. It's not okay to be silent. It's not okay to keep it to yourself. It's not. Because it could lead to what this individual ended up doing. There's a small percentage of individuals who aren't here anymore as a result of because they didn't acknowledge their feelings. Number 2, seek support. Find a support group out there. Utilize your social media. All you have to do is type in what you're looking for and everything will pop up. Seeking professional support is okay. That's what they're there for. Your friends, your family. They'll be supportive, but they don't know if you don't tell them. 3, practice self-care, self-love. Love on yourself. We all go through things in life, trust me. But love yourself unconditionally. Whether you look in the mirror and you see a bigger person than you want to be in that mirror. Whether, as I say, I have more dents than an automobile and I'm fine with that. My hair turns color, but I get hair dye. I've had to set boundaries and non-negotiables and stick to it. Do that in your self-care. Take moments for yourself. You deserve that. 4, give yourself grace. Grace means God's riches at Christ's expense. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. If we were perfect, we would not be here. We wouldn't be here. And I'm reading the comments as I go. May the person who was tired and gave up find eternal peace and power. We don't suffer in silence. Silence, left to its own vices, may prove too long. Those are some of the comments that I'm reading. But give yourself grace. Don't beat up on yourself. It takes time. Again, I was stuck for 342 days. I gave myself a lot of grace. Well, I thought willpower alone could cure things, but it couldn't. It wasn't until my perspective changed and I invested in myself with a mentor and a coach and a community that my life changed for the better. And 5, take the time to journal. Write down how you're feeling. Get it out of here and on paper. Write down how you're feeling so that you can go back and revisit it. It makes all the difference in the world when you take it from your head and you write it on paper where you could revisit and read it over and over again. And now someone writes in here, don't beat up on yourself. That's huge. And the flip side of that is, if you are that person who's on the outside looking in, as I know that there was people in this instance with this person, and if you don't know what to do, I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you. Number 1, encourage that person to talk about how they're feeling. And I know you get lost for words. I've been in that predicament where I didn't know what to say, but I was going to make darn sure that that person knew that I was there, and I was going to be a thorn in the side, but I was going to be there, and I was going to show up, and I was going to show out if I had to. But encourage them to talk. Listen, I'm here for you. How are you feeling today? Something as small as that makes the difference. I can tell you story after story, one in particular that just came to mind, where there was an individual that shared on a large stage in a networking forum that he contemplated not being here anymore. And he was all set to not be here anymore. And somebody showed up in a nick of time. And because that person showed up and let that person know that they were there for them, their perspective changed. Everything about them changed. And they can now share their story with the world. When I heard it, I cried like a baby because I could relate. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank God for that person that was there in that right moment. And for me, I could relate because it said to my analyzation of the story was, Sonya, you got to show up. You got to call people. You got to let them know. Send text messages. Hey, thinking of you. Your name just went across my mind. I just want you to know I'm here for you. Let me know if you need anything. I'll pray for you. I'm here for you. 2, listen attentively without interrupting. Listen to what the person is saying to you. Whether you agree or not, just listen. And let them know that you are attentively listening. Stare at them, look at their eyes, have your posture up, not slumped down. Look at them. Let them know that you're receiving what they're saying. And repeat back. So if I understand you correctly, I'm understanding from the conversation that this is happened. It doesn't take long. You don't have to get in a long-winded conversation. Just, hey, just want you to know I'm here. I love you. I support you. I understand you might not want company right now, but I'm here. I'm a phone call away. I'm a text message away. Hey, it's almost breakfast. It's almost lunch. It's almost dinner time. Can I bring you something? Or not can I? I prepared a plate for you. I'm going to bring it over. I don't have to come inside, but I just want you to have it. And 5, let them know you're present. I'm here. I was crying behind closed doors. I went through so many boxes of tissues. I lost a lot of weight. My color in my face was changing because of the weight lost so quickly. Didn't want to interact with anybody because I was so afraid that I might laugh. I might have a second of joy, and I didn't want that, because how can I have a second of joy? How could I laugh? How could something be funny when my dad's not here anymore? I'm going to be disrespectful if I do that. And boy, was I wrong. But let them know you're present. Even if you say, come on over, let's watch a movie. Come over for a cup of coffee. Anything to let them know that you are present. Because this is the biggest piece that people don't understand when you're going through something. You're not looking for validation. You're not looking for somebody to, you're not looking for somebody to cry on. You think you're Atlas and you can just have the whole weight of the world on your shoulder until something happens. And you need that other Atlas to come through. You need someone to be that Atlas that you were for them and for those thems and those thems, like I've been for many years. You're not looking for sympathy. But if you're the person on the outside looking in, as I said before, and you don't know what to say other than, I'm sorry for your loss. And I get that. People said it to me, and I would get upset when I heard it. For the longest time, I'm going to be honest, I would get upset when I heard it because I kept saying, that's not a loss. That's my daddy. He's always going to be in my heart. He's always going to be in my mind. He's always going to be in my soul. I have my dad's blood, his DNA. So I didn't lose him. Now when they say I have a different perspective, so it doesn't hit me the same way. So my hopes for tonight is that these things that I shared, whether you are the person that's grieving, the person that's going through life challenges, or the person who's on the outside looking in and you don't know what to do and you don't know what to say, that these 5 steps will help you as the person looking on the outside, the outsider looking in. And I'm hoping that the steps that I gave you, if you're the one that's stuck, that acknowledging those feelings and seeking support and practicing the self-love and the self-care and giving yourself grace and journaling will help you. Community is your biggest asset. Getting help is going to be your biggest asset. You can't do it alone. Willpower alone will never, never outdo a community. I tried it. It didn't work. And going back into the comments because I don't want to miss any. Don't beat yourself up. Thank you for that. Journaling is super helpful. Yes, it is. It is. Taking your thoughts and writing them down on paper is everything. Because sometimes you can't internalize, can't vocalize, but you can write it down on paper and revisit it. And the more you do it and the more days that go by, you're going to see that perspective change. And eventually you're going to realize that storm that you have been succumbed to for so long, you're going to be able to get past it, because people are either going in a storm, they're in a storm, or they're coming out of a storm. But in all that, just know there's sunshine eventually on the other end. Will it happen again? Will you grieve again? You will. I'll never say you won't. Will you go through life challenges? Absolutely. But the difference is knowing how to handle it. Because I feel as though this person in particular was fighting demons for a long time and just couldn't beat it. And so what was chosen in the end for that person stopped it. So I pray for the family. I pray for that individual. And I'm begging all of you to take to heart what I said. Watch the replay if you have to. Because there's somebody out there that needs your support. They'll tell you they're okay. Those are the ones that are not okay. I'm thankful that you're getting value. We've got to learn attentive listening. Absolutely. Great subject. Someone changing their perspective can happen in any way, shape, or form and can help. Being present is one of the most important things in any interaction with people. Great tips tonight. It is. It is. Because I'm putting myself in that situation. I could have done things so much differently. I wouldn't have been stuck for as long as I was. I was turning away my friends. I was turning away my family without realizing I was doing it because I was looking out for them, is what I thought. And another viewer writes, it's so sad that the person passed away feeling that they had no hope until they were so tired and gave up. Lord, help us to reach that family that may be going through the grief of losing their loved one. Yes, 100%. 100%. So with that being said, I want to thank all of you tonight for joining. This wasn't an easy subject matter to discuss, but I felt it was something that was needed. Definitely was needed. I appreciate all of you, your DMs, your text messages, your comments, your presence. It does not go unnoticed ever, ever. And please, please, please share tonight's episode 176 for anyone and everyone that you feel could benefit from that. And I also welcome you. Tonight at 9, my sister and I will be doing a joint podcast. I will be her special guest on Stay Sexy Wellness. We're going to be talking about accountability, which, believe it or not, ties into the topic that we're talking about now and even the subject matter from the masterclass earlier. So please, I welcome all of you to join. And lastly is, please save the date for the next Boss Masterclass, which will be held on Wednesday, October the 1st at 7 p.m. More to follow in the weeks to come. So with that being said, I thank you all for joining. Be safe. Stay well. God bless you all. And bye for now.